Hello guys, Dorothy here, professional astrologer. So today I'm going to talk about May 7th and May 8th. So stay with me and I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So this is a Monday. This is going to feel like one of those typical Mondays that a lot of us aren't always thrilled about because we have two squares in the sky. And when they're square, for those of you who don't know, it's just from our perspective here on the planet, with 360 degrees around us, right? And we can see where the planets are. And when I say square, that means two planets are at a 90-degree angle from each other. And in astrology, that 90-degree angle means that there is some tension. So we're made aware that something has to change and something has to shift. Now, it's not necessarily negative or positive. The energies of between two planets, when they're a little bit difficult, again, it gets our attention. And when something gets our attention, it helps us to learn and to grow. And so we have Mercury in Aries squaring Pluto in Capricorn is the first thing that happens on Monday. Mercury in Aries, remember I said the other day, it's like he's just going to town. He's going fast. He is just like, the 2-year-old that is just all over the place. Which is fine because you're exploring life and you're learning. But with the connection to Pluto, it's like, yeah, you went too far. And then something, because of just being naive and not paying attention, something difficult happens. So Mercury-Pluto square means we most likely have opened our mouth too far and said stuff without thinking. And that has created a situation that needs some rectification or some remedy. Now, the other aspect that's happening is Venus and Gemini, similar territory as Mercury, right? It's all about communicating. It's in a square aspect to Neptune. Neptune is the fog. If you've ever lived on the seacoast or even early in the mornings, sometimes there's fog and you can't see very far. Venus in Gemini is trying to communicate something. So it's like we're backpedaling. We're trying to figure out how to communicate what's gone wrong first thing in the morning. And it's really difficult. So we'll think things through, try to soften the edges. That's that square between Venus and Neptune. Means it's not really clear, but we might not need those clear, sharp edges. We might just need to sit back and let things sort of just flow until they clear themselves up. And we also still have the moon in Aquarius on Monday, and the aspects that it's making are actually rather positive aspects. So that means if we can sort of just step back on Monday, when we come into certain situations, we will be able to see what the solution is before the end of the day. All right, moving on to Tuesday, that's even going to be helpful then too with that moon in Aquarius and the connection it makes there. So lots of solutions. There'll be some issues and some concerns Monday, but Monday afternoon into Tuesday, we will be able to think our way through whatever the solutions are. So know that it's actually rather, problem solving is fine. Again, we learn when there are problems and we learn how to move through them and with them. And then the other aspect on Tuesday, the 8th, is the sun actually is opposite Jupiter. It only happens once a year, this opposition. So this is an opportunity for us to really shine and look at the goals and the energies of that Jupiter. Wherever that is in your chart is so important to see this, right? That's going to be the more important thing. If Jupiter's in your 7th house, then that means you've been going over partnerships and what they mean to you and how they work for you. And since if the sun is in that opposite position, that means the sun's in your 1st house. And so it's about you figuring out how you're going to shine. So an overall energy of that is how you're expanding into the world and where you're letting go of the things that you don't need to do anymore and stepping into what's important for you. And again, you will get more details if you know exactly where this is. That's my example, 1st house, 7th house. So that's my example. You get more information if you know your own chart. All right. That's the forecast. And that's a segue into I'm teaching. I'm a teacher, been a teacher for 10 years, been studying astrology, for 30 years. So got some good stuff under my belt I can share with you, and I love the beginners. So putting together something really, really soon to get online so you can learn from me. So let me know what you're interested in learning, what your education is so far. I'm doing a beginner and intermediate, and I'm going to try and figure out how I want to put all of this together. So I want your input right away. So message me below or send me an email, nhastrologer@gmail.com. All right, or just through my website, nhastrologer.com. Thank you very much, and have a great Monday and Tuesday. Blessings. Namaste.